Energy, a U.S. investment and innovative company founded by young Massachusetts Institute of Technology graduates that turns waste into fertilizer, fuel, and animal feed, will expand their farm and organic waste collection, more than doubling their production of affordable, locally produced agricultural inputs to the benefit of at least 10,000 farmers. The expansion of the factory will also create at least 300 new jobs. Leveraging U.S. agriculture and green technology solutions can help Kenyan farmers adapt to drought and climate change. For example, the partnership with U.S. solar irrigation company SunCulture will expand their pay-as-you-go model to make this technology accessible to more than 10,000 Kenyan farmers, with a potential for increasing their yields and incomes by up to 40%. Hello Tractor, a company the First Lady of the United States, Dr. Jill Biden, visited when she was in Kenya last month, is an ag-tech company that connects tractor owners and smallholder farmers through its tractor sharing application. With John Deere, they are scaling up operations throughout Kenya, combining Hello Tractor's ability to unlock the last mile of digital agriculture with John Deere's sector know-how and investment creates significant opportunities to add additional services to smallholder farmers, such as climate-smart agriculture, operator training, and agronomist services. iProcure, the largest agricultural supply chain platform in rural Africa, will scale up its distribution model to reach an additional 1 million smallholder farmers in Kenya with affordable agricultural inputs. I was amazed when I came across this great investment in Western Kenya and what they are doing. I am also excited about the U.S. company Victory Farms. People may not know that Kenya is home to the fastest growing aquaculture company in sub-Saharan Africa. Victory Farms is producing high-quality tilapia, empowering communities, and also creating employment. New investments secured into Victory Farms will see them quadruple their production, creating thousands of jobs for women entrepreneurs while supplying affordable, safe, and high-quality fish protein to millions of Kenyan consumers. And of course, the big story, the apparel sector, is soaring and primed for even more growth. Kenya's 2022 apparel exports to the United States hit an all-time high of US $544 million, a 21% increase from 2021, and over 60% of our export to the US last year. And by the way, the US is now Kenya's largest export market, importing $892 million worth of goods, US dollar worth of goods from Kenya last year. We also imported, we're not doing badly, we also imported US dollars 600 million of goods and services from the United States last year. This is balanced by all indications. And this is sustainable trade with lots of room for growth. Iconic US brands are sourcing in Kenya, including Calvin Klein, Levi, Lee, and Wrangler. Specifically Wrangler, because I have 2-3 shirts in my wardrobe. In recent years, new factories like MAS and Hella have entered the market, creating more than 12,000 jobs in the past 2 years. Since I came into office, new partnerships have been launched with a number of leading manufacturing companies, including the aforementioned MAS and Mega, Coastal Apparels, UAL, that will create an additional 20,000 jobs and increase exports by an additional US dollars 200 million in the next 2 years. And I must give credit, due credit, to Meg Whitman. If there was a possibility for one ambassador to represent two countries, Meg Whitman would be one of them. She has ably represented the US, and she has, in a very sterling way, represented Kenya. We are also working with best cooperation on a new apparel manufacturing facility in Kenya to be launched mid this year, with plans to hire another 2,400 new employees. Kohinoor Elastics, the first elastic manufacturing investment in Kenya in a long time, will be launched this year. Additionally, US company NextGen will build a state-of-the-art apparel label and packaging facility that has already broken ground and will be operational by September. Let me talk a bit about innovation. From the Silicon Savannah to the green energy sector, many innovative companies are already calling Kenya home. Like agriculture and apparel, there is huge growth potential in this priority sector. Kenya is a global leader in clean energy solutions. US companies are big investors in Kenya and East Africa's off-grid sector, with more than 40% market share. These companies are providing millions of people with access to life-changing benefits of power in rural Kenya. In the past year, these companies have provided more than 860,000 Kenyans with access to off-grid connections and worked with industry leaders to raise more than $120 million US dollars for the development of the sector. US company Delight alone will support at least an additional 600,000 households to access clean energy solutions. Milele Energy, a US company, has just concluded a deal to acquire part of the Turkana wind power project, one of the largest in Africa and producer of over 20% of Kenya's electricity in 2022. This is together with plans for expansion. Sympion Power, another American company, is closing in on a deal to develop a geothermal plant in our Rift Valley. I am also delighted that plans are moving forward for Kipeto 3, right here in Ngong, a new 50-megawatt grid-connected wind power plant with an integrated battery storage component for the first time. In January, Africa's largest network of interconnected data center facilities, Africa Data Centers, announced they were expanding their presence in Kenya by opening a new second data center in Nairobi. The data center and several more we are expecting in the coming months will further serve as the backbone of our Silicon Savannah future, providing secure digital infrastructure and open, interoperable, and reliable internet. In fact, at our leading private-owned special economic zone, Tatu City in Kiambu County, CCI Global the largest business processing outsourcing company in Kenya, is doubling its workforce from 4,000 to 8,000. I had a conversation with Tatu City, and we are finalizing some incentives for them so that we can bring additional outsourcing companies into our country, because we have the best workforce anywhere in the world, and we are very proud of it. In the next year, again, CCI will add 4,000 jobs in Kenya for American clients like United Airlines, Spirit Airlines, JetBlue, AT&T, and Shipt. These are new jobs for young Kenyans, largely between 18 and 24 years, who are known by international brands for their highest level of customer service. Thanks to CCI and its American clients, Kenyan hospitality has gone global. On the Silicon Savannah, I know Kenya can further hone our technology ecosystem to attract business and become the premier destination on the continent for big tech companies and vibrant startups. Full stack software engineering, quality assurance, artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, e-commerce, fintech, agtech, sales and marketing, and finance jobs. And that is why we are rolling out an extra 100,000 kilometers of broadband connectivity to make it possible for these fintechs to work with us. And looking forward to Africa's future, Kenya is also the continental leader in e-mobility and 2- and 3-wheeler electric vehicle and buses. As I told you, we just came from Brussels to expand discussions around e-mobility and to make it possible for us to continue to lead the way in ensuring that we green not just our grid, but we also green our roads and rail. We are home to over 30 e-mobility companies, including industry leaders like Kiri, Rome, Basico, Arkwright, PowerHive, while attracting regional players like Ampersand, who expanded into the Kenyan market with US support, and US electric vehicle industry leader, Rivian, who has e-Safari vehicles operating in Kenya. I was lucky to be in one of them recently. These companies and many others are raising significant capital, transforming Kenya and transforming Africa's future. Finally, I want to highlight the medical and pharmaceutical sector, where I have a major announcement to make today. It is with pleasure that I announce a finalized deal between Moderna and the government of Kenya to build a $500 million mRNA vaccine facility in Nairobi. Because of this facility and what we had to put in it, I've never had as many sleepless nights and so much trouble from Ambassador Meg Whitman. I am very happy that finally this is done. This will be the only such facility on the African continent, and for Moderna, their first factory outside the United States. Moderna's close to $70 billion investment will be a catalyst for the medical and pharmaceutical industry, not just in Kenya, but in our continent. This is truly historic. This is major. This is my administration's vision for the future of Kenya. And for the record, MCC is on the way. I think we are in the final stages of finalizing the negotiations around MCC. I will be consulting with our legislature to provide the necessary legal framework for us to actualize that investment, again, by the U.S. government. It is now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to invite a great lady. I have had many meetings with her, Shannon Klinker of Moderna, to virtually share some insights on this investment and append her signature virtually on the agreement.
Your Excellency, Dr. Whitman, the Honorable Ambassador Whitman, other cabinet secretaries, representatives of the U.S. government, and distinguished guests. As the steward of Moderna's global public health strategy, it is my distinct pleasure to join you to finalize our agreement to establish an mRNA manufacturing facility in Kenya. This is a momentous occasion, which marks the promise of Moderna's first mRNA manufacturing facility in Africa. And it is grounded in our commitment to being part of the ecosystem that supports the public health needs of Kenya and all people across the African continent. This agreement is a key pillar of Moderna's global public health strategy. With it, we will bring mRNA innovation to Africa to address areas of high unmet need, such as acute respiratory infections, as well as persistent infectious diseases like HIV and outbreak threats such as Zika and Ebola. It also demonstrates our great confidence in the investment climate in Kenya and the